Hold up. Wait. Hold up. Wait. Hold up. Wait. 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 Did you see Daggy was off the perkies? He was leaning. Unk Mog's little bro. Dude, you wish Unk Mogged me. You wished. You wish Unk Mogged me. You wish Unk Mogged me. I Mog him. Brody's 30. Brody's 30. Stop. You're starting this you're starting beef. Okay, why are you starting beef? This is not cool. This is not cool. You don't start beef between me and someone who doesn't know me. Okay? That's not freaking cool. VOLK is turning into Israel ADESANYA. You're part Charlie Kirk. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest, buddy. Not in the slightest, kid. I'm not part anybody. I'm fully me. I'm fully Dag. Okay? That's it. That is it. Aljo versus Yusuf Zalal. That's kind of a banger. What do we do with VOLK? I mean, what do we do with Aljo? Who is Aljo gonna fight, man? I want to see Aljo get some justice done to him. I want to see Aljo get some justice done. This guy never has justice done for him. Opinions on VOLK fight, bro? Shit was boring as fuck. Shit was boring as fuck, bro. Come on now. You know how it is, Brody. Shit was boring as shit, bro. On that shit, bro. We talking that shit, bro. Shit was boring as fuck. Shit was fucking boring, lad, you know, eh? It was absolutely fucking boring. Alright, you know? It was a trash fight. It's absolute trash fight. It is what it is. It absolutely is what it is, you know? But that's life, you know. VOLK will forever be boring. You know, it is what it is. Who cares about Aljo even more? I care about Aljo. What? Why wouldn't anybody care about Aljo? Aljo's dope. Aljo's a cool dude, man. He's a cool dude. And for you to hate Aljo, I mean, come on. Come on, how do you hate Aljo, man? Why do you gotta hate Aljo? He works hard, man. He works freaking hard, okay? Don't hate on Aljo, man. I like Aljo. The only problem with Aljo is when he starts talking. You know what I mean? When Aljo starts talking, things only get worse for him. You know? But it's because he's black? What do you mean it's because he's black? What is because he's black? Yo, can you stop pressing the freaking heart button? Can you stop pressing the heart button? Thank you. It's pissed me off. Who's ever doing that? Oh my god, bro. You should sell out to the goys in order to gain power. Dude, I've been trying to figure out how to do that. How do I sell out to the goys? No. You sell out to the goys. What are you talking about? Sell out to the goys. It's the opposite. You sell out to profit off the goys. But I've been trying to figure out how to do that. I've been trying to figure out how to do that. Shit ain't fucking working, bro. Someone got to teach me how to do that because clearly I ain't doing do out of a jab. You know what I mean? Clearly, I'm not doing do out of a jab. Volk exposes Lopez. Nobody liked him even when he was champ. Yeah, I know, because when he opens his mouth, he's like, when Volk opens his, when Aljo opens his mouth, it's just so bitter. It's so bitter. Join Israel's MMA gym. Adesanya, City Kickboxing. I don't think City Kickboxing is going to be the gym to get, the gym to really elevate yourself. If anything, I think it's the fighting nerds. But y'all see John Silva and Ruffy are at odds? Dude, dude, we need a fighting nerds show. I think that'd be the best show. How come nobody's capitalizing on this? We need a fighting nerds show ASAP, dude. You're telling me we can get John Silva, Prates, Kyle Baralho, Ruffy on a show? Dude, that would be a banger of a show. Come on now. In the favelas, dude. Do. Come on, do. Come on, do. Come on now, do. Hey, listen here, do. Listen here, do. Do, listen here, do. People like champs like Tapuri who are villains and knock everybody out. Yeah, Aljo's problem is that he's a villain, but he wants to be liked, Whereas Tapuria doesn't care if you like him or don't like him, I think what Aljo needs to do is go full heel and get on the Epstein files. I think that's his only. I think if he gets on the Epstein files, I think a lot of people will dislike this. What the fuck? Did I just have a stroke? Dislike him. Aljo's maybe a villain, but boring as fuck. He's not even that boring. His fight with Brian Ortega wasn't that bad of a fight. He hit a spinning elbow. His fight with Evloev was actually fairly entertaining. This is how I know if you're a GP. If you genuinely think Aljo versus Mavzar was boring, casual. Genuine, casual, GP, get out of here. Disagree, I think it needs to go for Kirk. Bro, what? You want to see Aljamain Sterling at a college campus talking about there's only 2 genders? That'd be crazy. Did you like Volk's performance? It's a good poll question. Did you like Volk's performance? Did you like Volk's performance? Didn't say that his fight with Mavzar was boring. What was a boring fight, though? What was a boring fight? His Henry Cejudo fight was not bad. It wasn't a barn burner. But it wasn't terrible. What fight was boring of Aljo's? I don't think too many of his fights are boring. Aljo just gets hate because of he just gets hate because his freaking his mouth is what gets him into trouble. Hart says I liked Volk's performance, but Brain says I didn't like it. Really? Hart says it. Dang!
Alio versus Moveser was Gamrot versus Armin. Levels of fun grappling. The scrambles were goated. Do I prefer striking? Of course I'd prefer a JDM-esque fighter. Still fun though, man. Great fight if for a real fan.
Dang, bro. Thank you. Jeez, 10 buckaroos? You know where that's going. Right to the OnlyFans, bro. Thank you. You can supply my addiction. I appreciate that. Thank you, bro. Good noodle MMA. Aljo Mavzar was Gamrot Armon. Levels of fun grappling. Scrambles were goated. I do prefer striking, of course. I'd prefer a JDM-esque fighter. See, the thing is, I'd rather see an Aljo Mavzar grappling match or Gamrot Armon grappling match than a Volk Lopez striking match. You know what I mean? I think people get confused in the whole grappling is boring, striking is fun. That's not the case. It's more nuanced than that. You know, boxing fights boring. 90% of boxing fights unwatchable, boring. You know what I mean? It's like JDM is a fun striker, but I think if JDM was a grappler, he would have been a fun grappler. You know, Moicano was a fun grappler, right? There's a lot of dudes who are fun grapplers. Armand's a fun. Benoit Saint Denis is the definition of an exciting fighter, and I'd rather watch a Benoit Saint Denis grapple fest than a freaking, I don't know, Volk Lopez. But thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Good noodle. 50%. I'm tipping my OF babes for sure tonight. He was holding Piotr against the cage. All 2 fights, dude. What are you talking about? No, he held the back. He held the back against Piotr Jan. He held the back against Piotr Jan. But you know, in the moment, Aljo Piotr wasn't a boring fight. It was still fun. I don't know how. It wasn't much going on, but it was still a fun fight. Frustrating to watch, but fun. Thank you, man. Good noodle, bro. Thank you. 10 smackaroons? 10 big ones? Gee, man. Shit, bro. 10 big ones. Fuck, I'm getting horny thinking about it, bro. Shit. Agree 100%? Yeah. Did you hear the new season of Tough? They announced Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso. You are lying. You are lying. UFC, the Ultimate Fighter. Who they got? UFC Ultimate Fighter Season 34 is what it is. Ultimate Fighter Season 34. Do they know who? They don't have any coaches yet. But it will be on Paramount Plus. How am I gonna watch it? I guess regular, whatever. Are you high at all on Kyle Dawkins? I think Kyle Dawkins is making a good little run. You know, he beat Michel Pereira, and then he beat, who did he just beat? He came back and beat Gerald Meerschaert. Was it Gerald Meerschaert? I think he beat Michel Pereira in GM3. Is that it? Was that it? Yes. He's fighting, dude. This is what I saw this today. He's fighting Vicente Luque at 185 on the Holloway. No, on the 327. What? When did that fight get made? Also, when did Caio Baralho versus Reiner? Did I miss that? They want Luque gone, bro. Why are they doing that fight? Vicente Luque at 185? Kyle Dawkins, who's KOing dudes? Dude, Luque wants to be gone. Have you, dude, Vicente Luque in his last fight, who was it against? He wanted to quit. Vicente Luque wanted to quit. And they just didn't let him quit. They were just like, fight back. And he was literally just on the floor doing nothing. He wanted to give up. Joel Alvarez. Yeah. I had Joel Alvarez by finish. And the ref refused to let Joel Alvarez get a TKO. Where's the Nico Price matchup for my boy Luque? Yeah, Nico Price or, I don't know if he's still in the UFC, but, oh my gosh, the guy who got brutalized by Carlos Leal. Oh my gosh. Who's that guy's name? Oh my gosh. Oh shit. Alex Morono. Dude, let's do Alex Morono. Renat didn't resign. No, I'm not. Renat won that fight. Renat beat him in a robbery, but he still beat him. Morono. Where's Alex Morono, dude? Give me Alex Morono, Vicente Luque. That's the fight we need for Vicente Luque, dude. It was fun because people were booing him. Yeah. I heard they're doing Dawkins Luque. It should have been Dawkins Abus or Ikram. Yeah. Why? Dawkins is literally on the rise right now. Yeah, I think he's still young, though. Why do they hate Lucas? Yeah. I don't know why. Dude, Renat Fakhretdinov was such... Dude, Renat Fakhretdinov always was the best fighter to bet money on. He literally wins every single fight. I remember when Renat came in against Kevin Lee, and dude, I was like, this guy is about to get murdered. And then he just got completely murked. Renat won you over recently. Sadly, he didn't resign. Yeah. I remember him fighting Kevin Lee, and Kevin Lee was announced to make his return. Everybody's like, dude, finally Kevin Lee's back in the game. And then they posted who he's fighting, and it was Renat Fakhretdinov. Nobody knew anything about Renat Fakhretdinov except for the fact that he like destroyed Brian Battle. And you're like, yeah, this guy's absolutely cooked. Gets destroyed on the feet and then guillotined. Such a bad fight for him. He got done so dirty. Or did he get? I think he got KO'd. I forget. No. WTF, brother, no noti. I know, bro. I know. They're trying to what is that? Shadow ban me. They're dead ass trying to shadow ban me, bro. It's so tough. It's so tough. With a banger of a stream last night too. I can't believe they're trying to ban me. That was such a stupid way to end a card. Such a good card. Saint Denis Hooker, and we had Ruffy Fiziev, and that's how we end the card. VOLK pulling a Shakur Stevenson, jab, left, move left, right. Dang. Bro, thank you. You didn't have to do that. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Who is this? This guy.
We'll kill everybody. I'll stay here. It's my home. Allahu Akbar. Woo!
Please don't tell me it's going to do this 5 times.
We'll kill everybody. I'll stay here. It's my home. Allahu Akbar. Woo!
Maybe this is why I'm shadow banned, because I have this as the subscriber noti. I think that's it, right? No more?
We'll kill everybody. I'll stay here. It's my home. Allahu Akbar. Woo!
Alright, that's the last one. That's the last one. No more noties for that, right? Alright.
We'll kill everybody. I'll stay here. It's my home. Allahu Akbar. Woo!
Alright. I think maybe one more. I think that's going to do one more. Wait for it. There it is. Last one. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, bro. You'll see me all over my YouTube throwing money around. Love supporting on my YouTube. Y'all goated. Thank you. And thank you for the subscription. What a good knockout that was. How didn't you get one? I don't know. It's random. I guess it's people I think it goes to the people who's watched it the most. So it went to Email Melson, John Dong, YP, Canadian Bacon. Guys who watch it the most, I guess. Who are on the live the most. Began it. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Appreciate that shit. W good noodle, bro. W good noodle. Let me see this shit. Appreciate it, bro, you know. I appreciate it, eh? Getting your name out. That's probably the best way to get your name out there, eh? This is good networking for Good Noodle. Everybody, this is good. You familiar with the GOAT Melson? Email Melson? Yeah, bro, he's always here. He's always here calling me all sorts of names, but you know how it is. Just bro, just absolute banter, you know, eh? I'm gonna spend all my money on fucking OnlyFans, you know, eh, lads? Gonna spend all this fucking money I got just on fucking OnlyFans, you know, eh? You don't post, you just watch around? Okay. Ian Gary, though? Dude, I think Ian Gary's the unsung hero here. You know what I mean? At 170, people are talking about Kamaru Usman getting the shot. People are talking about Carlos Prates getting the shot. People are talking about, what's his name? Michael Morales getting the shot. What about Ian Gary, the guy who beat Prates, the guy who beat, you know, who's coming off a win over Bilal Muhammad, the guy who just lost the belt, right? Ian Gary, Adam 22 of UFC. Is he though? You know, I just think Ian Gary gets too much hate. I think the worst part about Ian Gary is the fact that he's vegan. That's the worst part about Ian Gary. Imagine if Ian Gary imagine full test Ian Gary. Dude, if this guy was eating steaks and raw milk, do you know how good this guy would be? You know how good he would be if he was a full test? If he had the same diet as Shavkat, he would be unstoppable. His wife publicly humiliates him though. Yeah, but at the end of the day, his shorty is dude, that's some high quality sniz he's got, dude. She is bad as hell. To be honest, I'd probably do the same thing. Dude, this is girlfriend 101. This is Ian Gary's first girlfriend is his wife. Like, this is the only shorty he's ever dated. Like, I think if you've ever had a girlfriend, you've been in the same situation as Ian Gary, where your girlfriend's like, yo, I'm hanging out with my ex. I hope there's no problem with that, babe. Just, you trust me, right? And, oh yeah, fuck, I trust you. I trust you, you know. I absolutely trust you. You know, that's what you do with the first girlfriend. You just trust them. Even though they probably shouldn't be trusted, you trust them. You know, so he's just going through every single thing that a guy with his first girlfriend goes through. And I'd probably do the same thing if my wife was, you know, same with Nina Drama. They're both like old, manipulative women, you know? Thank you again, Good Noodle. Thank you again, bro. I appreciate you. $10 goes a long way, man. Especially in today's economy. That's like you go get a meal. Like that's a tip nowadays, bro. It's fucking crazy. He does have fun fights, pretty active, yeah. But he's getting done dirty. I don't know why Ian Gary isn't on Twitter. Why is Ian Gary not on Twitter talking all sorts of shit? How come everything I see is of Michelle Morales? Ian Gary doesn't know how to market himself at all. Dude, if Ian Gary wasn't a cuck, he'd be unbeatable. Yeah, true. And let's not forget, Ian Gary is the reason Shavkat's wasted the 2 years of his prime. The reason Shavkat's wasted 2 years of his prime, his athletic prime, is because of Ian Gary. You know? And if I'm a fighter and I can't win a fight with skill, I will want to ruin someone's career. Like, if I'm fighting Islam and I know I can't beat him, I'm just going to try to destroy his leg with stomp kicks and try to make sure that the next guy who fights him wins. And like, that would be my goal. I'm like, okay, if I can't beat you, the next guy will. That's such an Ian Gary strategy though. Just be like, I can't beat you, so I'm just going to damage you to the point where the next guy will be able to beat you. You know, that's such a great, like, that's such a cuck strategy though. Such a cuck strategy. Yeah, Ian probably felt her boobs for the first time and wiped her up. Yeah. His wife was probably like stalking him for the past like year, cause she, you know, that's how she rolls. And then yeah, he cracked one time after like 6 dates, and he's like, yeah, I'm just never gonna let her go. He cracked for the first time. Ian Gary's the type of dude to lose his virginity, like, to his wife. I think he married her really young though. I think he met her when he was like 22 or something like that. So that does line up with the fact that Ian Gary probably got probably cracked and was like, oh, I'm in love, I'm in fucking love. You know, it's not a potato that's better than this. Oh, lad, there's not a potato that's better than this pussy, yo. What's up, Brown? Oh, wow, this feels way better than a potato, lad. Oh, wow, lad. I remember the days of $5 lunches, now it's $12.50. Dude, I remember the days of McDonald's. I used to go to McDonald's after high school, and I would get 2 Junior McChickens or whatever it is, for like $2. Now one is like $3.50. It's crazy. Somehow I never saw this until I saw a clip last night, but remember how some dude asked Prates if he's fucked Ian Gary's wife, and Prates basically brushed the dude off, made me respect Prates more by saying he didn't crack Ian Gary's wife? That made you respect him more? Okay. I mean, he did lose to the guy, so he does have to show him some respect. But that's such an awkward relationship between Prates and Gary. Like, low-key, Ian Gary is spreading on the cuckage. This is like, cuck is an airborne disease at this point. Because Ian Gary got cucked by the trainer. Now, Ian Gary is cucking Prates by putting him in his friendship circle. You know, when he beat him. He met her during his Cage Warrior days. She commented the event. Really? Huh. Benoit Saint Denis versus Ruffy. It was a great fight. I knew Benoit Saint Denis. I didn't know. I thought Ruffy was going to KO him. But, I've always been high on Benoit Saint Denis. I just thought Ruffy was like elite. But he's not. He's just elite. McDonald's is trash, especially for the price. Yeah, the best food for the price, if you're looking on a calories per dollar basis, I would either go Popeyes, which tastes the best, or like Taco Bell, which is just pure shit. But it's, you know, you get food. You get something that's semi-edible for decent prices. You just go to McDonald's, Burger King, high as shit, and buy 9 $1 sandwiches and pass out. Yeah. The fact people really thought Lopez would beat Volk in the rematch is so laughable. Is it really? I mean, Lopez dropped Volk like what, 3 times? I mean, Volk is literally just doing what Adesanya does. Just point fight at range, not take any risks, move laterally like nonstop. Like, how come Adesanya gets hate and Volk doesn't? And they have the exact same strategy. You know? A little bit odd, no? A little bit odd. What's up, Canadian Bacon? You are now a member of Daggy Stan. Ian Gary has a relationship with CP. I mean, technically, yes. But he... Okay, yeah. Dan Hooker could have won against Benoit Saint Denis, but he's a dummy. I think so. He could have won. And I said this, dude, guys. I'm going to show y'all my predictions. Let me show y'all my predictions of last night's card. I'm at what? What's the average? I'm at about 8 plus 9 is 17. 17 divided by 21. What's 17 divided by 21? I'm at an 81% pick rate in 2026. You know, I got everything right except for Tuivasa and Lopez. Oops. Those are the fights I got wrong. I got 80%, 8 out of 10 fights right. And in my breakdown, I literally, guys, if you ever go back and want to rewatch a video and you got something, you got nothing going on, rewatch my breakdown of UFC 325. Every single fight that happened went exactly how I predicted it would go. I said Junior Taffa was going to look better than a lot of people think. I said that Ruffy was going to KO Fiziev because there's levels. I said the teeps of Dan Hooker are some of the best teeps in the game. And I said they were going to be deadly, and I'm really concerned for Benoit Saint Denis because of the teep kicks. Okay, I literally predicted everything to a T. I said the guillotine was there for Dan Hooker. Looked out. It was there. I literally predicted everything to a T. I'm the best predictor in the game. No one can touch me on predictions. No, like the fact Prates wasn't disrespecting Gary. Okay. Who do you think wins, John Silva or Movsar Evloev? Because I feel like this fight is inevitable. Ooh. Okay. John Silva versus Evloev. Probably Evloev would win. I mean, look at what Diego Lopez did to John Silva on the ground. I mean, you just have to catch John Silva lacking once, then you take him down and you can beat him up. But the question is, can Evloev do enough damage to compromise John Silva? Because if he doesn't, then John Silva is just going to come back swinging harder, and he could catch Evloev, right? Evloev got rocked by Diego Lopez, you know? And John Silva's a way better striker. But the grappling difference is like levels. Armand Benoit Saint Denis? No. Armon, Ilya Taporia. Paddy Ruffy? No. I have a video going up tomorrow about what I think you should do in the lightweight division. Every matchup you need to do in the lightweight division. Because there's so many lightweight fights over the past 2 weeks. Burger King is better than McDonald's? Okay. Steiny disagrees. Do you know Steiny's father is a lawyer? And Steiny's father was a Israeli lawyer who defended a Israeli nuclear smuggler. Did you guys know that? Pretty interesting fact. Beno Saint Denis goated at dictating pace. Yeah. When Beno Saint Denis channeled his inner Hamza Chimaev, he wins fights, dominates him. What's going on with Taporia? He figured his wife BS out yet? Bro, did you not see? Ilya Taporia's ex-wife posted a picture, and you know who was in the background? Ilya Taporia. Weird as fuck. Weird as fuck. So I think, and Ilya Taporia said he wants to return pretty quick. So I think you do Armon Ilya, and then Justin Gaethje fights the winner. Just be like, this is how you do it. You go up to Justin Gaethje and you say, hey, do you want to fight Ilya Taporia in a month from now? And he's going to say, no, I can't fight in a month from now. I got so many injuries. And I want to chill out. I want time to relax. Then you basically just go, okay, Armon. Look, listen, we offered the kid. We offered Justin. You know, we like Justin. We offered Justin the fight. Doesn't want to take it. He just said no, he doesn't want to take it, so we have to give him to Armon. You're screaming at the TV like Hooker, you got him hurt to the body. Keep targeting it, SMH. Yeah, I know. But Hooker's a quitter. Hooker's a quitter. Let's be honest, guys. Hooker quit against Armon. That arm triangle, nobody noticed this. The arm triangle Armon had on Dan Hooker was not a good arm triangle. The arm triangle Beno Saint Denis had on Dan Hooker was not a good arm triangle, but Dan Hooker was like thinking about like, I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to tap. I'm just going to collect this paycheck, go home. He didn't try to do anything. Dan Hooker didn't try to regain half guard. He didn't try to escape the mount. He just said, I'm done. Dan Hooker genuinely quits. Dan Hooker's like, he quits. He's the Derek Lewis of 155. Like, if he can't get you out of there, if he can't win, lately, against Gamrot, he dug deep, yada, yada, yada. But against Armon and Beno Saint Denis, this guy just gave up. Let's be honest, he just gave up. He didn't try to escape mount. He didn't try to escape an arm triangle. He didn't try to do anything. He just quit. Yeah, you really predicted that main event, huh? I said VOLK could win. I said VOLK could win, but I just kind of banked on the fact that, you know, Diego Lopez has made improvements over the past year. I kind of thought Diego Lopez would, you know, maybe learn a trick or two. But instead, all he learned was how to switch stance to try to stop VOLK from cutting off the cage. But he failed to realize when you switch stance, VOLK will just go the other way. I think Diego Lopez went into that training camp like, hey, cabron, yo, man, cabron, I'm going to switch stance so he can circle to the right side, cabron. Let's go. I'm going to get him here, man. Let's go. But if I switch stance, he can't circle to the right. And then he can't circle to the left because I'm just going to not do that, man. Come on now. He's not that smart to freaking circle to the left, man. It's like, wait a minute. You failed to realize VOLK can go to the left instead of right? Dude, if only Jean Silva KO Diego Lopez. Fuck. Jean Silva, you had it. Jean Silva had it, bro. He had it. We could have had VOLK on a t-shirt by now, dude. Fuck. You got hyped when Beno Saint Denis attempted the Americana. Only John Jones pulled it off. Yeah, an Americana. Americana is like some shit you hit on beginners. That's like one of the first submissions you learned. The first submission you learned is literally an Americana. And the defense for it is pretty easy. Gaethje's so fucked against Taporia. Yeah, he's so cooked. You're going to see Ilya Taporia get into the cage, and he's going to be saying, They're gonna get into the clinch. Ilya Taporia and Justin Gaethje get into the clinch, and Ilya Taporia is gonna whisper, "She took everything from me," and then whoom, hit him with that overhand, and then follow up on Justin Gaethje's unconscious body. Do you see Holloway, Oliveira BMF trailer so hyped? I did see that. I didn't watch it though. UFC. UFC 326. Picked on puncher's chance, unlike your father, Kenneth Okoye. Kenny probably picked Dan Hooker to win. Probably picked Fiziev to win, bro. Let's be honest. Oh, this is a cool little promo. This is a cool promo. Damn. Damn. I got the hiccups. Dang, this is a good promo. This is a good promo. Dang. Legends never die promo. This is great. This is cool promo. Dude, this is fire. That's a great promo. Holy. Dude, that's such a good promo. Lopez cage cutting sucks. Yeah, I know. Dumbass cage fighter. How do you think Jean Silva versus Steve Garcia versus Jean Silva? Ooh. Steve Garcia, Jean Silva. I would assume at 155. Jean Silva, 3-rounder Jean Silva, 5-rounder Steve Garcia would melt him over 5 rounds. It sucks Yair and Diego beef didn't give us a fight. I mean, now's the time to do Diego versus Yair. But Yair's how is Yair in the rankings still? Where has Yair been? This guy's living off a Brian Ortega win. Like what? And he lost to Brian Ortega. He's living off a what? Patricio Pitbull win? How long ago was that? That was like forever ago. Americanas only work when you're bigger than your opponent? Yeah. But I don't know a lot about... But I don't know... A lot of us are counting out Gaethje. Could prove us... Gaethje's not beating Ilya Topuria, bro. I predicted Justin Gaethje to beat Paddy Pimblett. And I'm telling you right now, Ilya Topuria is so fast. He's probably the... I think Ilya Topuria, Marcio Ruffy are probably the fastest fighters in the UFC right now. I don't know who's faster than Ilya Topuria. I don't know. Who is faster than Ilya Topuria? I don't know. You might have a big dog. Keep it real. Tune in for your stuff and not more from now. Thank you. Good noodle, man. Yo, thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the 10 bones, man. I appreciate it. 10 big ones. I appreciate you for funding my my OF addiction, bro. I really appreciate that. Thank you, brother. That being said, who you got winning between Holloway Oliveira? Holloway Oliveira? Fuck. Probably Holloway. I think Holloway wins. I think Holloway's winning. Just because of, But I am concerned. I think that's such a close fight. I think anybody who says they're, like, certain somebody's going to win between Holloway and Oliveira, I think you're delusional. That is such a close fight. You have Max Holloway, who recently, his chin has been suspect. Let's be honest. And his recovery is terrible. Usually when when Max Holloway would get hit, he sometimes would get rocked, but he would recover instantly. Ever since the Topuria lost, Ever since the Taporia knockout loss, his recoverability just isn't there. YP, it was Good Noodle MMA dropped like 5 gifted memberships. 5 gifted memberships. You can watch, dude, with 5 members, 6 members now, a total of 6 members. Now I might have to start uploading some members only videos, cuz I have like none. I don't think I have like 2, and they're shit. And Charles Oliveira's dangerous. The thing is, Charles Oliveira versus Matruce Gamrot, Charles Oliveira's chin looked like absolute trash. Charles Oliveira was getting rocked bad by Gamrot, who has no punching power. If Justin beats Ilya, anything's possible. Yeah, if Justin beats Ilya, the world's probably gonna end pretty soon. Is it the Halloween one? I don't know. Yair's busy doing roids in Mexico. Yeah, Yair's that diva that barely fights. He's probably demanding a title shot. 100%. Fiziev is pretty. Is that what you're trying to say? Fiziev is pretty quick too. He's not that quick. You can see Oliveira rocking Holloway on the feet. I think both of these guys are victims of getting chinned. Like I think the best bet in this fight is like under 2.5 for Oliveira Holloway. I think the most likely bet is under 2.5 Oliveira Holloway. I think someone's getting rocked early and someone's getting chinned early, I think. MMA Shea era? Yeah, maybe. How do you guys feel about the next UFC card? You guys think the next UFC card is good? It is Bautista versus Oliveira in the Apex. We got Amir Abazi versus Kyoji Horiguchi. Banger. Jelton Almeida, Rizvan Kuniev. Banger. Michael Olazejczyk, Marc-Andre Barriot. Banger. Jean Matsumoto, Farid Basharat. Banger. Justin Jacoby, Julius Walker. Banger. Alex Morono versus Danielle Donchenko. He's from Tough. Saeed Nurmagomedov versus Javid Basharat? Dang. Saeed's on this card? Wang Kong versus Eduardo Mora? Dang, man. Muin Gafrov, Jacob Wicklax? Damn. This is the pay-per-view card. Pay-per-view card right here. Bautista, Oliveira, Kyoji Horiguchi, Almeida, Kiziev, Amir Abazi, Olazejczyk, Barriot, Basharat, Matsumoto, Jacoby Walker. How is this not a... This is main card worthy. This is pay-per-view worthy card right here. They just get rid of this card and add a title fight. That's a main card right there. Not a main card. That's a pay-per-view card right there. Dang. Yeah, you would be Mavzar's first finish, 100%. How is Almeida not the main event? Because he's fighting Rizvan Kuniev, who made his debut and lost to fucking Razor Blades. Have you seen MMA say that he doesn't pick fights? He's coping so hard for a bad pick rate. Yeah, 100%. That's why he doesn't make videos, right? He doesn't make pick videos anymore because. But MMA Shay is trash. He's trash at predicting fights. He's so ass. He's so fucking dog shit at predicting fights. He's so dog shit. You should never predict fights ever again. He's so ass at it, bro. He doesn't know anything about fighting. That's the thing. He doesn't know anything about the UFC and about fighting. I think Ameshe is like, I'm not fucking whatever. I don't like him. I'm not a fan of him, to be honest. Yo, what's up, man? Walter Walker versus Almeida should have been made. Walter Walker versus Almeida? Yeah. Where's Walter Walker? He should be fighting soon. One day you will be UFC champion. Okay. I respect the big ambitions, but if you're gonna be an MMA champ, I believe in you, bro. I believe in you. Amen. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Yeah, I believe in you. You're grinding. That's what's up. That's what's up. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. You know? Keep grinding. What belt are you? Jiu-jitsu. What belt are you? Let's be honest, belts don't mean shit in jiu-jitsu. If you can have rock solid takedown defense, I mean, look at Joshua Van. He's a 1 stripe blue belt or a 2 stripe blue belt, and he's a champion. Beat Pantoja, beat all these guys who beat that Japanese dude who's like a great jiu-jitsu guy. You don't need to be good at jiu-jitsu, to be honest. Blue belt in judo, you hate hugging men. Nah, bro, you can't hate hugging men. That's the most manly thing to do. You want to know what's more manly between striking and grappling men? Grappling men is more. Dude, imagine getting out grappled, you know? Imagine getting literally folded like a pretzel and being unable to do anything, you know? You get in a street fight, you can get dominated in grappling, you're cooked. But if someone lands, you can have a boxer, you know, who could get KO'd by a guy who doesn't know how to fight because he lands that boom, lucky punch. You know, jiu-jitsu, you ain't landing a lucky sub. You ain't getting luckily out grappled, you know? A judo's pretty dope. Judo's pretty dope. I don't think I ever told you this, but early last year after pay-per-view, I went into his live and asked about a fight on the card, and then he started cussing me out. Dude, MMA Shay doesn't know shit about fighting. He doesn't know shit. He didn't know Tai Tuivasa was on the last card 4 days before the event, and he also didn't know who Talishan Teixeira is. He doesn't know that. But he still gets bare views, and, you know, respect to him for getting bare views, but he doesn't know shit. Because he was in a horrible mood because he was like $20,000 in debt from gambling. What? His girlfriend broke up with him because of something. Because of that sometime during the live. Damn. But imagine betting 20K. Dude, I wish I could lose 20K on gambling. I lost 20 bucks and I got mad. No, I lost more than 20 bucks. I lost $70, but that $70 was I'm on house money right now. So technically it's not my money. Technically it's not my money, but it's still technically my money because I won it. But technically lost $70, but it's all house money I'm playing with right now. I need to get some bets. Get some bets going. I'm probably gonna get like a 2-leg parlay going for this next fight night card. Maybe a Mario Bautista. Maybe a sneaky John Matsumoto decision win. And maybe a Jacob Wixlax win going on. Only Dag and Kenny are humble? Yeah. Well, I'm humble right now because I got nothing to not be humble about. You know what I mean? Like, if I had money, if I had 20K to lose gambling, if I had 20K, period. I don't have $20,000, period, let alone to gamble. If I had 20K, I wouldn't be humble. I'd probably pull up money spread. I'd probably start a stream with a money spread. Be like, yo. Tuivasa's an entertaining fighter. Yes, but he's very frustrating to watch, for sure. I was frustrated. I didn't bet any money on him, but I was frustrated. So frustrated. Take your anger out on the guy who's nice and doesn't say anything bad in your chat. Very good logic. Yeah, I know. That Shay guy always seemed obnoxious. Yeah. Well, he is obnoxious. He's full of himself. Whenever I see an MMA Shay breakdown, this guy acts like he knows so much more than he actually does. I remember I watched one of his breakdowns, and he's like, well, when you're dealing with Max Holloway, he's a very technical striker. And as a technical striker myself, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Did you just compare yourself to Max Holloway? Did you just compare your striking to Max Holloway because you consider yourself a technical striker? I mean, if that's not like huge ego, I don't know what is. Yeah, because I'm a technical striker, I can actually feel with a lot of these fighters. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. What? I don't know how he gets hundreds of viewers in his lives. Yeah, I don't know. He needs to get good IQ if he's going to keep his body not in that shape. Yeah, dude, but Tai Tuivasa, it's not even about the it's not about the physical appearance of his body. Like, if Tai Tuivasa had good cardio and he looked like that, I would be like, you know what? Maybe that's fine. But his cardio is trash. His cardio is trash. You know? I think it's he's just gotten by so long in his career from just being like he's just gone by so long of just being able to have that knockout power, you know? If he just worked on his cardio, then he'd be good. He'd be good. He's such a skilled fighter. Taito Iwasa is so skilled, and nobody's able to see how skilled he is because his cardio is so fucking ass. It's so ass. Like, if you train 2 days a week, 2 times a day, 4 or 5 days a week, his cardio would be good. Like, it's not like he needs to put in a crazy amount of work. 2 sessions a day, you know, do a grappling session, do a striking session, you know, or do a grappling and a weight training, do a striking and a weight training, just 5 days a week, like a regular person works a job, and he would have good enough cardio to get by, but he just can't. It's just a cardio issue. He's so fucking skilled. MMA fans will watch anything. There's one called Victor that is also brain dead content. I know Victor. Yeah, I know Victor. He gets so much views. He's so fucking rich, bro. I know he's so rich. If Tai isn't cut, then something's wrong. No, we don't want to see Kai cut. We do not want to see Taito Iwasa cut. But if he loses one more, if he goes on a 7-fight losing streak, he will be cut. But he's just cooked. Who does Taito Iwasa fight? He probably gets paid, what? $300K flat? He probably doesn't have show and win money. He probably just gets paid $300K flat. I think he has one more loss and then he's cooked. If he had good cardio, the power, he'd be a top contender. Well, he's technical too. He has good leg kicks. He's good technically. You know, he's not bad. He actually had good grappling defense. You were surprised. He has good grappling defense, but his takedown defense are trash. His takedown defense is absolutely trash. Near zero takedown defense. Brother, his takedown defense, zero, brother, zero. Bro, Tai Fabolia just quit like Aspinall. He didn't quit like Aspinall, bro. It's just generic white background content, probably uses AI. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not saying it. We should stop shitting on other people. We should low-key stop shitting on other people, bro. We should stop shitting on other people. It's not nice. It's not nice to get negative, okay? It's not nice to get negative. You know who I think should get cut? Ryan Spann. Why is Ryan Spann still in the UFC? Why is Alex Morono? Why is Nico Price in the UFC? Vicente Luque. I like Vicente Luque. Cut him. You know what I mean? Why is Justin Tafa in the UFC? And we're getting rid of Renat Fakhretdinov because we can't afford to pay him? Why do we have Justin Tafa? Who is this guy beaten? Parker Porter? Who is Parker Porter? Is Parker Porter still in the UFC? Parker Porter. Tapology. I swear to God, if he's still in the UFC, come on. Okay, no, he's in bare knuckle. But dude, come on. Parker Porter was literally the heavyweight that They just sent to die, basically. Oh my gosh. They should do MVP versus Luke. Bro, Luke is at 185. What? Luke is at 185 fighting fucking Kyle Dawkins, bro. We are cooked. We are so cooked, bro. We are so cooked. We are so cooked. The fuck? Yeah, I know. Yeah. You were irritated that he was clinching the guy who was bigger than taller than him. Yeah, I know, but he was so gassed. Taito also was so gassed that he just had to clinch. Your mom knows who Parker Porter is? My mom does not know who Parker Porter is. Email Milson. Welcome, bro. You like that membership next to your name? You get access to a whole 2 videos. And maybe some live streams. Dude, his glass chin? Yeah. They cut Patchy, but Unchul's still in. Yeah, but Patchy Mix, I mean, come on. They should cut Patchy Mix. Came in, probably on a good, 100K contract. Immediately loses to Mario Bautista. Then loses to a debutant in Jacob Wicklax. I mean, come on. Where's a Minecraft server for members? Bro. If I had 10 members, I would get a Minecraft server for sure. I would 100% get a Minecraft server at 10 members. We'll do that. Dude, I can't believe. Can you guys believe Jack Hermanson beat Joe Pyfer, and now Joe Pyfer's about to KO Israel Adesanya? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? You seen that Indian guy from Slap? No. They should do Luke versus Gregory Rodriguez. No. Luke versus Gregory Rodriguez. That's literally nuclear bomb versus coffin baby, bro. Like that's such a bad fight. A literal 205er versus a 170er who's so chinny. Who literally got a brain hemorrhage from what's his name? Jeff Neal. He can't afford it. It's a Lego Fortnite server. Yeah, at best. You resemble a young Charlie. Okay. That Indian guy from Slap is the Conor McGregor of Slap? Really? I'd like to see Gary versus Morales. No. Because if we see Gary Morales, we'll see Usman getting the shot. And the last thing I want to see is Usman getting a shot. The last thing I want to see is Usman getting a shot. The last fucking thing. Man, you guys liked Volk's performance? What is this? What the fuck is this? Let's get another poll question going. I've seen enough of that answer. Let's see. What's a good poll question? Maybe does BSD become champ? That's the new poll question. Prates JDM. I like Prates JDM. I think we give either Ian Gary or Morales a title shot, and do the guy who doesn't get a title shot versus Usman. I like that. What's up, King Terzi, bro? Welcome back. Usman, Islam, the dream fight? Hell, no! Usman never gets a title shot. I will die happy if Usman is ranked number 9. Khalil Roundtree was ranked 8. We need JD and Bilal too. We need Bilal Usman. Okay, 170. We'll do Islam versus Gary. Shavkat is out. JDM Prates. Morales Bilal. No, Morales. Fuck. No. This is what you have to do. You do Gary Islam. JDM versus Morales. Prates versus Sean Brady. Usman versus Bilal Muhammad. Edwards versus Buckley. Colby versus Burns. Bombfim, Jeff Neal. No, Bombfim versus the guy that just beat Neil Magny. Banger. 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 That fucking Russian Ukrainian dude. Volkanovski's records low-key padded. No, they're not. Michael Chandler's losses are more respectable than any of Volk's wins. No. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But Volk is boring as fuck. He's literally turning into Adesanya. Yet he doesn't get the same hate as Adesanya. Why is that? Why is Volk not getting the same hate as Adesanya when he's doing the exact same thing as Izzy? Stinking up the ring. Is it because people don't like Izzy? You know? Max is carrying Volk's reign. And let's not forget, Max had a brutal weight cut in that third fight. I honestly don't even count that third fight for Volk. I don't really count the third fight Holloway of Volk. I really don't. BSD kind of reminds me of Marab style in a way. What? If anything, it's like Chimaev. Beno St. Denis is like Chimaev, for sure. Morales would kill Bilal. Yes, he would. Shafkat said he's out for another 12. I know. They could do Prates Gary too. No. Dude, 170 is so hard to matchmake right now. It's cause of Islam. Islam is a fucking dumb piece of shit. Dumb fucking bitch, Islam. Fight. You didn't take any damage against JDM, yet you're sitting out for 11 fucking years? Why have you not had a fight before Ramadan, you dumb fuck? Why is Islam knows he's not going to be able to fight from February to March. Yet, and he didn't take any damage against JDM. He's up a weight class. His weight cut's not bad at all. Yet he's not fighting. What is you doing, bro? What is you doing? What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for Usman? What are you waiting for? You know what I think Islam's waiting for? I think Islam is waiting for the rest of the division to get impatient. So I think he's waiting for Ian Gary to have a fight booked. I think he's waiting for Michael Morales to have a fight booked. So then he can say that, oh, I just want to fight Usman because of legacy. Fucking Islam is ruining 170, bro. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Because they love song Land Down Under, they're under a spell. Yeah. Do you think Volk's first fight with Lopez was boring? Yes! Yes, it was boring as shit. This was just as boring. What should you speak about our king? Hey, man, I'm speaking facts. Don't forget he beat Moicano in 1 round, untouched, didn't fight for 10 months. I know. Islam is such a fight ruiner, bro. He's playing it so smart, though. Like, if you're a guy who doesn't want to take damage and a guy who wants to get in, get money, get legacy, get fake legacy, and get out, then do exactly what Islam does. Get a manager that's literally so corrupt that you can just do whatever you want. It's like you look at Islam's record and you're like, okay, Islam versus Benil Dariush. Right? Let's take a look at Islam's record. Islam versus Benil Dariush gets booked. And then Benil Dariush, also managed by Ali Abdelaziz. Right? He suddenly pulls out. What a weird thing. And who steps in on short notice? King Green, coming off a fight he just fought a week before. Right? Wait, Bobby Green's affiliation? Who's his manager? Bobby Green manager. Iridium. Iridium. Who's that? Anyways, so sketchy. Islam's career is so sketchy. Bro, they're gonna announce a crazy fight with Islam. Just watch. I'm watching, bro. I'm all eyes. That shit is not happening. Shit's not happening. Bogdan Guskov lost to Jan, in my opinion. That should have been a draw. That should not have been a draw. I agree with you 100%. Bogdan Guskov lost to Jan Blachowicz. How was that a 10-8 round? How was that a 10-8 round? How? That makes no sense. If that was a 10-8 round, they're just so inconsistent with 10-8 rounds. So inconsistent with 10-8 rounds. It literally makes no sense how 10-8 rounds work. Makes no sense. Isn't it crazy how Islam has had 3 canceled fights with RDA? Isn't that crazy? Makachev injury. Dos Anjos injury. Who's Dos Anjos managed by? Who is RDA managed by? Who is Rafael Dos Anjos managed by? Dominance MMA. Ali Abdulaziz. Huh. Weird. RDA 3 canceled fights with Islam in order to get Dan Hooker on short notice? Huh. Isn't that weird? Two canceled fights, ends up fighting Drew Dober on short notice. Another fight canceled, ends up fighting Dan Hooker on short notice. Weird. Who's Drew Dober managed by? Elevation. No. Let's see. I don't see. Drew Dober managed by the Aryan Brotherhood. Okay. VOLK has never been in a fun firefight. Islam fight was more crowd making than people think it was close. It wasn't close at all. It was 4-1 Islam over VOLK. VOLK has been in bangers though. He has been in bangers. Ortega was a good fight. Chad Mendes was a good fight. The Aldo fight was boring. You know who set up the plan? Everybody gets mad at Marab. Everybody gets mad at Mario Bautista for fighting Aldo the way they did. You know who made that game plan? Alexander Volkanovski. You know what I mean? Islam vacated after Marcano. Islam about to turn up after Ramadan. Oh, yeah, after Ramadan. 2 months from now. After Ramadan, 2 months from now. And after coming off a win where he took no damage and didn't have to do any weight cut. But yet he wants to take off forever? Like what? Like, see, I'm so glad Islam's on the verge of retirement. Anybody else glad Islam's on the verge of retirement? It's just like, finally, get Islam out of there. Let's bring in Usman Nurmagomedov so we can see him brutally chinned. Let's see Usman brutally chinned. Because it's fun to see Dagesani chins. Except for Saeed. Come on. What gets me mad is nobody understands VOLK can't finish you. Why not walk him the fuck down like Tapuria did? I don't know. They don't want to dig deep. Diego Lopez didn't want to dig deep to do anything. He would throw 2-punch combinations and then stop right there. When VOLK literally is backing up like this with his chin up in the air. VOLK backs up like this out of exchanges. He gets sloppy in close. And Lopez just fainting. Switch stance. Let me kick at you from 6 feet away from you. It's like, bro, what? No leg kicks? How is Diego Lopez? VOLK is jabbing up your face. Yet you refuse to use leg kicks consistently throughout 25 minutes? What? He's circling to the left. He's circling to the right. And you don't think, okay, if he's circling to his right, I'm going to go in orthodox and I'm going to kick his leg. Oh, he's circling to the left. I'm going to go southpaw and kick his leg. But no, I'm just going to feint a 2 at range and kick from 12 feet away. Like, what? It'll be the headliner of Saudi. I hope the UFC never goes back to Saudi because pretty sure the Prince was in the Epstein files, was he not? UFC loves to rob my glorious Jan. Yes, but no. The Carlos Alberg fight was not a robbery. Dos Nachos, yeah. Drew Dober managed by the Aryan Brotherhood. So funny. Not saying you want this, but be ready for Usman Islam July. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please no. Please no. Lord, please don't make Usman Islam. If guys. I think what do we do? What power do we have? What power can we even show the UFC we have? If we see Usman versus Islam, what can we even do? Can we protest? Can we flood comment sections? Can we say something to say like Dana White? Can we get like a petition going to cut Dana White as the owner of the UFC or the head or whatever? Can we say so? Can we need to do something to make Dana White step down if he ever thinks about making? We need anti-ice level protests if Usman fights Islam. That's what I think. There needs to be a massive cut fest in all weight classes. What do you mean? Chimaev made pay-per-view? Yeah. Chimaev needs to get back in there too. I'm just because I love Chimaev doesn't mean I'm gonna let him go. Let him fight, bro. Let him fight. Please. Honestly, I don't even think Chimaev's the problem. I think Imavov is the problem in this matchup. People say Chimaev's a problem. I don't think he's a problem. Why is Imavov not talking? Why is Imavov not said anything about who he wants to fight? You know? How come Imavov's not saying, I want to fight you this time? You know? How come nobody's interviewing Chimaev or Imavov? Can we get some interviews? Can we get answers? What are all these UFC media doing? Can we get answers, please? Hello? March is already booked. How would Islam fight? I don't know. Hamza fought first and hasn't defended. Yeah, I think it's Imavov, though. Brandon Islam could have fought Topuria last year in June, decided to duck. True. He could have fought Topuria, but he said, I don't want to fight short guy. This is not good for legacy. Oh, Usman, who 40-year-old and ranked number 9 and hasn't beaten anybody who good? Brother, this high-level legacy. This high-level legacy, brother. Like, what? How is Islam saying, oh, this guy who current champion beating VOLK, beating Max Holloway, this guy no legacy. I don't want to fight him. I don't want this, I don't want that. Brother, but Usman ranked number 9. Guy beat shit guy Buckley who lost to fucking Chris Curtis at 185. This guy I want to fight because this guy legacy fight. It's like, what? What? Usman's cancer went toe-to-toe with Hamzat. That was in a hyperbolic time chamber for a year. Oh, you mean Chimaev, who was sick, had to switch camps from Sweden to Dubai, dominated Usman 10-8 when Usman was training for a wrestler in Bilal. Is that the fight you're talking about? We all have to work together. Every single channel has to make an exposing Dana White video for giving the fans the fight they want. Yeah. Hamza and Kadyrov threatening Imavov's granny? Not true. There's a lot of fighters that should be in different MMA organizations that can't compete in the UFC ever anymore. Krylov, Reyes, Rackets, etc. No. I don't think. I think Rakic is definitely a PFL guy. Krylov, I mean, he's coming off a good win, right? Reyes, he only lost to Alberg, right? Other than that, he's been looking pretty good. So, there's definitely guys who should be cut, like Alex Morono, Nico Price, but Krylov and Reyes, they're okay. Usman was lighting up Topuria in sparring. Usman has the black factor. Usman was lighting up Topuria in sparring. Bro, if Topuria wanted to KO Usman, he would. He would leg kick him and bust his knee. Usman the black factor. What does that even mean? Black factor. Like Francis Ngannou when he lost to Steppe? Talking about no knees, short notice Usman, Islam decapitated Volk with the same stipulations. Not at all. Not at all. Islam was 100%. Volk had a... Do you not remember a week before that fight, Volk had a cast on? Volk also was drunk, going through mental issues before he took that fight. Whereas Usman was training for Bilal Muhammad. Usman is on EPO. Okay, Chimaev was near death, sick as a dog, switched training camps, and he 10-8'd Usman. 10-8'd him. Like what? You have to use main guys fighting 3x a year. Even Connor, now the main guys fight 1x a year. None starts fighting more often. No casuals are excited watching Pantoja, Merab, Volk. Yeah, I know. Everybody wants to pretend. Dude, King Terzi is such a smart dude, man. Holy, the IQ on this guy is off the charts. Anybody who says they like Pantoja, Merab, Volk, kind of, but they're fake fans. These guys are bandwagon fans who have no loyalty. Remember when me and you, King Terzi, were in the trenches? Defending Hamza Chimaev? Nobody's willing to do that. They're just bandwagon fans. We were in the trenches when Chimaev pulled out against Whitaker. When people saying Usman would have beaten Chimaev in a 5-round fight. And people are saying DDP by fallen piano. DDP by immune system. Dude, we were in the frickin' trenches defending these guys. Yet all these other fans, the moment Merab loses to Piotr Jan, everybody switches up on him. The moment Pantoja loses to Van, people switch up on him. The moment Alex Pereira loses to Ankalaev, people switch up on him. We are loyal. We love Chimaev no matter what. Sean O'Malley, we love Sean O'Malley no matter what. We love Jamal Hill no matter what. Okay? Brother, no knees, CTU Usman versus juiced up Volk. Volk was not juiced up in that fight. He was in this fight, though. And no knees Usman. Hey, man. No knees Usman is EPO Usman. I don't know. You're talking about juiced up Volk. I'm thinking here. Who was the guy who had a brother who popped for testosterone? Did Volk have a brother who popped for testosterone? To my knowledge, no. But you know whose brother popped for testosterone? Kamaru Usman's brother. Odd. 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 One brother cheats, but the other one doesn't. Brothers who have a great bond like Kamaru and Muhammad. Weird. 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 What a weird coincidence. I don't know. What a weird coincidence. Got to be coincidence, right? Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But what about Usman's father? You know, corrupt pharmacist, spent tens of years in prison. You know, being a corrupt pharmacist, son gets suspended from the UFC because he was cheating, taking steroids. Wow, interesting. What a weird coincidence, guys. But Kamaru Usman, no, he would never do that. Corrupt pharmacist, father, brother who takes testosterone. Wow, weird. With a manager who's super sketchy. Wow, interesting. Volk is so ass. I agree. He's not ass. Volk is good, but he's boring and he's risk adverse. I mean, it's just people shit on Islam for being risk adverse. Volk's just as risk adverse, you know? Volk literally shits on Islam saying that, yo, these guys are so safe. These guys fight very defensive all the time. Wait a minute, Volk. What about you, who's literally moving laterally for 19 out of 25 minutes? BSD is not that good, bro. BSD is a future champion. BSD is when Benoit Saint Denis doesn't have staph infection, he's just as good as Arman Sarukian. Probably even better. Okay. All those years shooting innocent children in Iraq, dude, definitely improve your cardio for sure. Hot take. Not a hot take at all. VOLK, one of the most boring strikers? Yes. CEO, VPO, some would say. Some would say. Some would say. BSD is ass? He's not. Mo Usman built different. Also, that would mean that the juice was depleted because Mo was hogging it. I don't think that's how it works. Hell no, bro. I don't care where you're seeing him. He's a stationary target. He's a stationary target? Not at all. But you're looking at his last fight against Dan Hooker instead of looking at a one-off performance instead of looking at the consistency across his career. He wasn't a stationary target against Ruffy. He wasn't a stationary target against Benil Dariush. He wasn't a stationary target against Matt Frivola. He wasn't a stationary target against Kyle, whatever his name, the Canadian jit. What was your reaction when they read 50-45? I was surprised. I mean, I mean, it's biased judges in Australia, but 50-45, it's not 50-45. Diego Lopez won minimum 1 round and maximum 3 rounds. When I see Diego not trying to go all out on VOLK, makes me think they almost in rigged territory. No, I just think Diego Lopez is just idiot. You know, I think he's just happy. I think Diego Lopez was just happy with the paycheck, to be honest. I think Diego Lopez decided in the 3rd round, I'm just gonna pretend like I want to win and not get too hurt. I'm just gonna wait for Alexa Grasso so I can suck her toes. You don't see him against a grappler on the same level as him? Does this guy even read chat? Don't swear. If you swear, your chat doesn't pop up. You're telling me Diego had 10 rounds to cut the cage off and couldn't do it? He was following VOLK around like Costa Strickland? Yeah, I know. I mean, no leg kicks. It's like, you've seen the templates on how to beat VOLK. Everybody knows the strategy to beat VOLK. Body kicks, clinches, knees to the body, leg kicks, long extended 5, 6, 7, 8 punch combos. What did Diego do? 1 punch combos. No body kicks, no leg kicks. No clinch, no knees, no nothing. It's like, what? VOLK loves the rankings all of a sudden when they mention Zon Silva's and Arman's name. Yeah, it's weirdly coincidental to accept Lopez but not be willing to accept Arman or Jean Silva. What a weird coincidence, you know? Yeah, I want the striking guy who has never KO'd anybody, and I want Movsar Vloyev, who has never KO'd anybody. Jean Silva, the KO artist, nah, I don't want him. Arman Sarukian, the guy who has real power in his hands, coming down a weight class, elite grappling, nah, he's not deserving. What has he done? Oh, he beat Charles Oliveira. Lerone Murphy beat Aaron Pico? Dan Ige? Movsar beat Aljamain Sterling? No fights in 2025? But John Silva beat Arnold Allen. Arman Sarukian beat Charles Oliveira. Dan Hooker. Yet you don't want to... Wow. Mate, rankings matter. Arman's the #1 contender at 155. What are you talking about? VOLK won and Movsar or Lopez before, or Murphy before Lopez? I know. You got dominated by Moicano, right? Benoit Saint Denis, he got caught lacking in that first round, but he He had zero vision, and he was and he won the second round against Moicano with zero vision. One eye was completely shut. The other eye had a cut right above it, leaking into his eye. He couldn't see, and he won that second round. Like what? He got caught with a body kick coming off a bad KO loss. No, bro, nobody asking you if you're joking. CKB, what? Is this guy high? My high? Are you high? Pico would chin John Silva. Pico would chin John Silva. Come on. Jean finishes Volk because of his relentless attacking, won't dare fall for the point striking. Dude, Jean Silva is the perfect style to beat Volk. Lerone Murphy's what is Lerone Murphy gonna do with Volk? It's gonna be two guys on the opposite side of the cage waiting for someone to cross the middle. No one's gonna cross the middle. It's just gonna be two guys at the end of the cage. Jean Silva would crowd Volk, chin him. Aljo better be the bantamweight GOAT before Sean O'Malley. True. Moicano's his luck of the charms run. That was a different Beno Saint Denis. Yeah. He did have luck at the charms for sure. Pray for me. I'm sick all day. I slept 17 hours. Damn. I love sleeping 17 hours. I would love to do that. I'll pray for you, bro. You had a 2-2 going to the 5th? What fight are you fucking talking about? Diego Lopez is actually such a boring fighter. He's a decision machine unless he's spinning back elbow. I know. The Brian Ortega fight. Sleep. Such an ass fight. Such an ass fight. Once Pico and Pitbull get used to the octagon shape, it's over for the UFC guys. Yeah, that's the problem with Aaron Pico and Patricio Pitbull. It is the the shape of the octagon. Yeah, that's the problem. It's the octagon. It's not a circle. That's the issue here, for sure. You're at 3-2 Lopez, scored at 5-0 Volk. Joey scored at 5-0 Volk. It was probably closer to 3-2 Lopez than 5-0 Volk. Joey doesn't know anything about fighting, though. That's the thing. You can't listen to Joey. And anything that's not, like, hating, you cannot listen to Joey in the slightest. 3-2 Lopez is brain. How is 3-2? Wait. Guru at 3-2 Lopez? 3-2 Lopez. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. It was 3-2 Volk. 3-2 Volk. 3-2 Volk. Should we start scoring rounds differently? Last night felt more like a 3.5 to 1.5. What do you mean scoring rounds differently? 3.5 to 1.5? Okay. In 0.5 rounds? I think more 10-8s. I think more 10-8s should be changed. Cause it's like, how is how is a round scored the same when a guy clearly wins and a guy just narrowly wins? They're the same? How is that the same? How is that the same? I think more 10-8s. I had it 2-2 going to the 5th as well. Yeah. Volk, you're talking about Volk, yeah. Volk won 3-2. Judges gave him 54-5. Definitely had a parlay on him. Yeah. Like when Drake said Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a random right now. Volk just circled around the canvas. Someone go hand him a belt right now. Yeah, true. Nah, more 10-10s. Ew, 10-10s? Volk did eye pokes to win? Not at all. They should remove the damage system, have more of a boxing scoring. What? No. Boxing scoring system is trash. Boxing scoring is the worst scoring ever. It's so personal. It's so subjective. Ring generalship gets scored so highly in boxing. It's retarded. That would never, like, just because someone's moving forward and controlling most of the octagon doesn't mean they're winning a fight. You know, it's the dumbest thing ever. So dumb. Volk did eye pokes to win? No, I don't think so. They should have WWE scoring. How does the WWE doesn't have scoring? They just go till someone wins. What? They just go till someone wins. Come on now. They should. I think their scoring is good. The scoring system is good. But the judging is terrible. Scoring system's perfect. Literally perfect. But judging is just terrible. There should never be a draw if the score is tied. Bring an overtime round. No. You know what? An overtime round? No, I don't think so. I think if you bring 10-8s, it's better. But I don't think. Do you think? I think they should get rid of show money and win money. Just do flat paychecks. 30 boxing does overtime rounds? Really, overtime rounds? Maybe an overtime round. But could you imagine? Imagine Tai Tuivasa versus Taushin Teixeira was a draw. Could you imagine having an overtime round? Dude, that would be just so retarded. They should do a slap fight as the overtime round. When a fight is tied, they should do slap fight for the win. Whoever has the better chin wins. That'd be funny. Just do a slap. Doom. You tell me someone can snap your head back 3 times by a jab and they can win a round while pushing the pace while landing your own shots? Yeah. It's like, yeah, you can't tell me someone scraping by, jabbing, and having a close ass round that could have gone either way is the same as somebody clearly controlling a round, dropping someone at least one time. Like, come on. Like, how is dropping someone? Dropping someone should be immediate 10-8. Immediate 10-8. And then if they drop someone but lose the rest of the round, 10-9. Like, dropping someone should be 10-8. You know? Mounting somebody and landing elbows, immediate 10-8. So 10-8 in boxing? Yeah, I like that. What do you mean they would have won overtime round? They solve early stoppages too? Yeah. If there's ever an early stoppage, just go to power slap. Oh, the judges have ruled it early stoppage. We now go into the power slap round. And if it's female fights, instead of power slap rounds, they go into squared off rounds. Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva, it's a draw. We must have a squared off. We are entering the squared off rounds. Let's go. They should add VAR for what? I'm having trouble trying to breathe. On my own, here we go. I managed to take a whole Calc 2 exam and you're still streaming? Crazy. Are you trying to say I should stop streaming? Dexter and engineer? Calc too, bro? It's just easy as fuck. Everybody takes calc, bro. No one wants to see Virna Jandaroba squirt off round? Nobody? Nobody? I could think of a guy, maybe 5'11", 6 foot with Timberlands on, long wavy hair, black shirt, white and black chair, Chamaev jersey in the back that might want to see it. I'm not going to name any names, but I wouldn't mind seeing a Virna Jandaroba squirt off. Just because I want to see, honestly, I would just want to see the size of her clit, to be honest. I would want to see the size of it. Just be like, is it bigger than my penis? Maybe. Maybe. It might be. So you agreed should have some compounds, components of the boxing scoring system? Yes, for sure. Yeah. I like the 10-8 for a drop. I like that. VAR for MMA, check fouls and stoppages. But you can't do stoppages, though. You can't do stoppages. Because what happens if an early stoppage, someone loses all their adrenaline and then you restart? On my own, here we go. Having trouble trying to breathe. Destination to my own. On my own, here we go. Dun dun dun. Shara Loki, what? Shara Bullet, handsome. Hey yo. Hey yo. I'm having trouble. Explanation on my own, here we go. Luke Riley handsome. Luke Riley is he's fairly handsome, yeah. Imagine her and Shara Bullet having a child. I see what you're saying. Yeah, her and Shara Bullet having a child. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. I'm having trouble trying to breathe. On my own, here we go. Takedown should count for points. I think the opposite. I think takedowns shouldn't count for points. I think the opposite. Takedowns should not count for points. You know? I just think takedowns don't mean anything inherently. I think what matters is what you do with takedowns. You know? I think passing to side control should matter. I think passing a mount should matter. I think submission attempts. I think what it constitutes a submission attempt, right? I think that's kind of interesting point. What makes a submission attempt? What makes something submission attempt, you know? I think that's a very interesting topic at hand, lad, you know, eh? I think it's an absolute interesting topic at hand, you know, eh? Don't think a lot of people are fucking talking about it, you know, eh? We miss Zuffa boxing. No, Zuffa boxing, dude. How will I ever recover? This is dead. Oh, it's not dead. What the fuck? Takedown should count point already. Hope that helps. Takedowns don't count for points. Takedowns don't count for points. Straight up. What are you talking about? They don't count for points at all. To my knowledge, they don't count for points. But maybe I'm wrong. To my knowledge, they don't count for shit. They don't count for shit, boy. Get them take. They don't count for shit, buddy. And they shouldn't count for points. I think they shouldn't count for points. Why should they count for points? You know? Fuck that. They shouldn't count for fucking no points, you know, way. What the fuck? Shouldn't count for fucking shit, you know, lads, eh? They absolutely shouldn't count for fucking shit, eh? What you do, it's what you do with the takedown, you know, eh? They don't. Yeah. VOLK fans are annoying. Yeah, that's Australian fans. They're pretty casual. They're casuals. They're casuals. You know, absolute casuals. John Jones mentioned in the Epstein files. I know. He is. Knees to grounded opponents. Yes, knees to grounded opponents. Yes. Dude, imagine if Chimaev had knees to grounded. Side control would finally be a decent position. Mixed martial artists, you can't stop a takedown. Like, come on, man, that's a big part of mixed martial arts. No, because what if you want to play guard? I see no problem with trying to play guard. But it's about the consequence. You got to balance the risk to ratio, and you can also gas someone out by takedowns. You know, I would want to see it. For sure. Yes, Ben said, "Are you a smoker? OG cookies and pussy." We miss Zuffa boxing. You're very skinny in your profile picture. Knees to ground opponents helps keep laying and praying away too. Yes, true. Dude, because side control, imagine if Chimaev had knees to grounded opponents against DDP. That would have ended in the very, 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 very first round. Very first round. It would have ended. It would have ended easily. UFC benefits strikers too much? No, it favors people who damage their opponent the most. I don't think about strikers. I think people love grappling more if they allowed grounded strikes. 100%. Piotr would have kept his belt too. True. Dana White regaining weight. That's good, though. I love Dana White gaining weight. Because when Dana White was in his fit era, he was literally the worst. Literally the worst, bro. Literally the worst. Show Dana White fit versus now? Maybe. Do you agree next week's event is a complete slop and not interesting because Bautista lost to Umar? No, it's a great card. Next week's event is a great card. It's a great card. It's a great card. It's so good. I really like that card. It is a great card, to be honest. People forget, man. It's a good card. It is a good card, bro. Who you got, Fluffy or Sean? Sean by finish, actually. You put fake news in the UFC community and people believe it? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Dana Pink is back? Hopefully, bro. Dana Pink was prime Dana Pink. Was prime Dana White, I mean. Does he think they should allow grounded strikes, but if they allow that, they should make takedowns count for points? It will be much harder taking down your opponent if you can get kneed. No, why do you want takedowns to count for points? That's so stupid. I don't understand. I don't like that at all. I think that's fucking dumb, lad, you know, eh? I think it's absolutely fucking dumb, eh? What time is it? 12 o'clock? How much longer should I stream, guys? How much longer should I go for? I got a video I'm gonna upload tomorrow. But if are you guys gotta watch it though. I'm doing the matchmaking 155. Y'all gotta watch it and like it though. Should I hit the 2-hour mark, guys? Did Habib or T-Bow win in your opinion? T-Bow. Bow. T-Bow won in my opinion, to be honest. But that's just because I don't like Habib. Even though I think Habib could have been a freaking animal, dude. If Habib stayed longer and beat like a Charles Oliveira and then beat like one more dude after that, he could have been he would have been the best fighter ever to exist in my opinion. If he beat Charles Oliveira, moved up and beat the guy who was champ at 170 at the time, whoever that was. If he fought Usman and beat Usman, then he would have been the best fighter of all time. How did Habib not win? He was putting pressure on T-Bow. Striking was fairly even, but Habib controlled him for 5 minutes. Bro. Failed. You know what I think? Instead, okay, you know what? I'll agree if takedowns count for points. Failed takedowns, stuffed takedowns should also count for points. If takedown count for points, failed stuff takedown should also count for points. Marab would be minus 100 for failed takedowns. Yeah, I know. Marab's style would fail completely. It's because I believe Petr Yan won the fight with Omalley. Petr Yan, what? Petr Yan got lost to Omalley. I'm not gonna say got dominated, but he clearly lost to Omalley. Clearly lost to Omalley. Let's not forget, guys. Clearly lost to Omalley. Not even close. You just got Tai Chi workout regime ad? Damn. I thought I turned ads off. I literally turned ads off. Did I not? Swear to God, I turned fucking ads off. Swear to God, it's this fucking... Ads are off, bro. What? We're getting the rematch at the White House, so we'll see again. Yeah. You disagree Sean lost to Peter? Sean did not lose to Petr Yan. He beat him. Stop it. Read previous message before. How did Habib not win? He was putting pressure on T-Bow. You got Tai Chi workout regime ad? Okay. Hell no, that's why I hate the judging system. So trash. Piotr deserves to get his hand raised. Not at all. Sean O'Malley dominated him. Sean O'Malley beat him. I don't know what you're talking about. Sean O'Malley won. Doesn't favor strikers at all. Do you know what it does favor? You know who it does favor? Winners. Okay? Winners. It favors winners. That's it. You had a 2-1 Yan, then rewatched it, scored 2-1 Sean. Yeah, Sean won the first, and he won the third. Pretty clearly, to be honest. You're getting censored by YouTube overlords? Stop swearing, to be honest. Honestly, if you read the rules, Josh Emmett robbed Brasilia. Yeah. He was literally defending all the strikes with his chin. Come on now. UFC has scam ads at the bottom now on the website. UFC? What do you mean UFC? UFC website? UFC.com? I have ad blockers, so I can't see it. I have ad blocker. No, the judging system is barbaric. Cope. That's heavy cope from Yan fanboys over here. Heavy cope from Yan fanboys. Heavy cope. Can't pull up the rankings for some reason. Anybody else has that issue? UFC rankings. No, mine are working. Mine are working. And an IQ test? Yeah, but that's because your ads are probably shite. How do you not have ad blocker, dude? I literally have ad blocker on everything. Come on. How could you not pick Jan in the rematch after we smoked Marab like that? I'd probably pick Jan to beat Omalley. You know, but if we're going prime Omalley versus prime Jan, if we go this version of Jan versus Sean O'Malley who fought Cheeto, the Sean O'Malley that fought Cheeto would finish Jan in the fourth. Jan won, dude. He's better mixed martial artist, and it showed. Is Jan a better mixed martial artist than Sean O'Malley? Yes. But did Sean O'Malley win that fight? Yes. That's just how... You don't have to be the better mixed martial artist to win a fight. That's not how MMA works. What? Is Jan Blachowicz a better mixed martial artist than Alex Pereira? Yes. Did he lose? Yes. Let me think of an example here. Fuck, let me think here. Is Piotr Jan a better mixed martial artist than Marab? Yes. Did he lose that first fight? Yes. You know? All these things. I feel like Sugar needs to quit ducking Corey. He is ducking Corey. Yes, he is. It's Prime Dillashaw O'Malley. Who wins that? O'Malley. O'Malley would set him up so bad, chin him. What type of gaming chair is that? It's very nice. I don't know. Prime TJ smokes O'Malley. You're smoking something, for sure. That was Allah testing Islam, so it doesn't count? Yeah. Yeah, Islam versus Adriano Martins or Pantoja, whatever you want to call him. The better mixed martial artist didn't win. All right, guys. I'm going to dip. I'm dipping, boys. It was a solid 2 hours, boys. I've got a video coming up. Make sure to pay attention, guys. Make sure to pay attention. Make sure to like the video when it comes out. Make sure to watch the video when it comes out. Make sure to pay attention. Make sure to like this live stream before I dip, guys. Where are you going? I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep, bro. It's almost 1 o'clock. Before you leave, important for research. What? Jan had the broken hand in the first Marab fight. That's why he lost. Yes, and Sean O'Malley had a torn labrum in the first Marab fight and a broken leg in the second Marab fight. Nick Diaz said he got poisoned fighting GSB. It's 9 p.m. It's not 9 p.m. over here, bro. It's 12:15 right now. It's 12 a.m. We're into the a.m., boys. What's your thoughts on that one Brazilian fighter that also has those weird spots all over them? Looks like chickenpox. Carlos Leal, is that who you're talking about? He has weird spots all over him. All over his chest and back. There's like a bunch of Brazilian fighters who have that shit, though. How the hell is it February already? It is February. Today is February. Mariquazel Costa. Oh, the guy with vitiligo. That's Michael Jackson disease, bro. I know people with vitiligo. I know there's an OnlyFans girl who has vitiligo. Crazy. It's just a skin disease. It will slowly spread and it removes all the pigmentation from your skin. It's just a skin disease. Not a skin disease, but a skin something. All right, bro. On that note, you're literally asking Mariquazel Acosta to impregnate you. On that note, I'm gone. I'm gone. Thank you guys for being here. It's been your boy, Dag and May. Keep your eyes out on tomorrow's video. And once you get tomorrow's video, like it, comment on it. If you don't have anything to comment on my videos, just say WVid. Just say WVid if you got nothing to comment on, guys. But thank you guys for being here. Hoi. We got some money today. We got five gifted subs, and we got $10. Thank you guys for being here. It's been your boy Dag and May signing up. Peace. Thank you guys. Appreciate you stopping by.